So look, guys, if you are trying to scale your agency, if you're trying to generate more leads, or maybe you're focused solely on web leads and you're trying to figure that out, how do you get higher conversion? How do you lower your acquisition costs? How do you scale? We've got the program for you. I've got John Pavle with me today. This guy's done amazing work. He started from scratch in 2009. And since then, he's built a $32 million agency only working in terms of paid leads, only working with web leads. That's the only type of paid lead source that he's been involved in. And he's done an amazing job. I mean, he's a good friend of mine, great guy. His processes are just rock solid. He's learned a lot, through the years building that organization. And now we've got an opportunity to help people like you if you're trying to scale through the same types of things. So, John, why don't you tell them a little bit about what you're going to do with this offering and what they're getting by working with you?
Yeah, I think it's an all-encompassing program. It goes everywhere from acquisition to training, installation, follow-up. We do follow-up calls with your staff. We also do some question and answer from some of my top producers on key points and things that they can work on. And basically, we take you as if you've never worked web leads before and take you through the entire program that I've done personally. And I can teach you all the things that I've learned over the years, the mistakes I've made, whatnot, and I can teach you everything that I know.
Look, this is an amazing opportunity, guys. I work with a lot of owners around the country that do things at a very high level and are really good at what they do. It's pretty rare when you find somebody who's willing, and John will actually come to your office. This is not something that's done over Zoom or over the phone. He's actually
Correct.
going to make a site visit. He's going to come to your agency and install the processes that he has learned how to use over the last 13 years and duplicate that work. And if you've ever done a lot of web leads, it can be very up and down. It can be very like volatile. You can have success and no success. And this vendor's not any good. And what's happened over here. There's a lot of questions with this. And John has worked through a lot of those things. And that's why he's at where he's at today. And that's why his organization is just a freaking machine. So this opportunity is a little bit different than a lot of other offerings that are out there because it is solely focused on you and your operation. So John, when they come, how many days are we talking about? How many days are you going to spend with them?
It matters like location and whatnot, but usually a full day and then normally a half day as well. And
Okay.
it could be more based on location, whatnot.
All right. John's basically willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then with the follow up, what does that look like? How's that structured with the follow up that's ongoing after the site visit?
Sure. I would tell you the first 3 to 4 weeks, I'll be talking to the agent probably every 2 or 3 days, just following up. Hey, what's going on? Do you have any questions? Making sure it's going well. I would say after about a month, we will do a team Zoom call with myself, the agent, and their team, as well as one of my top producers, just to have a question and answer, maybe a little bit of motivation, whatnot, to keep going, believe in the system and do what you're doing. And then we'll do another one a month after that.
Awesome. And then in addition to that, if you want to sign up to John also has a coaching program for people that are, part of this group that's an ongoing type of thing to work with you and your team. He'll do that as well. Also, I think something that's really important, John, why don't you talk about just for a second that you've got the relationships with a lot of these lead companies that you can help with in terms of making sure that they're getting the right kinds of leads, the right price points, those types of things. Can you talk about that just for a second?
Yes, I've been able to establish over the years some really, really good connections. When I'm talking to my preferred lead vendors, I'm not talking to just a regular sales guy. I'm usually talking to a VP or someone. So you're able to come into my circle and be able to take advantage of my buying power. And so I'm able to help you identify which leads you want to buy, but also I'm going to be able to help you buy them at a more cost effective rate as well.
Awesome. So look, guys, I think it's an amazing opportunity. If you're interested in truly coming in and taking your agency to a new level with this specific type lead, I think it's really important. We've worked with a lot of folks through the years that have dabbled with web leads, maybe didn't go all in, maybe didn't have a process, maybe didn't have the structure necessary, the
Correct.
relationships, all these little things that John's going to work with you on. That's really why a lot of people struggle with web leads anyway. So Here's an opportunity for you to work with somebody who's taken an agency from scratch to $32 million in 13 years, working with this sole process. That's a pretty unique proposition. And it's expensive. This is not a cheap thing, because it's a lot of his time. His time is very valuable. It's a $10,000 investment to make this happen for your agency. And slots are limited. John's only got so many days in the week and so many days that he can commit to this. So if you're interested, you need to let us know as soon as possible. Reach out through the link. There'll be a link somewhere around this video to be able to get more information, and reach out to us and get with John. John's a great guy and does a fantastic job in his organization. I know he can add a lot of value and really speed this process up. And guys, look, going forward, lead generation in the future, it's going to get tougher and tougher. Reaching consumers is very difficult. Outbound phone calls, all these different types of things. You got to know what you're doing, and to lower your acquisition costs and make sure you're getting a good ROI. It's smart to spend the money on the front end so that you're set up for the long haul and doing things the right way. So, John, I appreciate you offering this to our members. I appreciate you contributing your time and helping people set this up the right way. If you're interested, guys, just click on the link, send us an email, let us know, and we'll set up a time for John to come out and work with you and your agency and help take you to the next level as well.